هل سمعتم قصة تحكي مجدا بسماها أم رأيتم شعلة شق في الأفق ضياها؟ هل سمعتم قصة تحكي مجدا بسماها أم رأيتم شعلة شق في الأفق ضياها؟ هم نجوم سطروا أحلى المعاني وبروج شيدوا الهمة فاني.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. فقد قال الله عز وجل في القرآن المجيد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم: قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. Brothers and sisters in Islam who are watching from all parts of the world, welcome to the Sheikh Phiri show. I know all of you're delighted to see this show because mainly we concentrate on life aspects, events that happen day by day in our lives. Today our beautiful topic is about productive youth. Nowadays we see there's an irony, there's a change in the way the youth are actually living the societies that we live in currently. Many times you find that the youth, instead of being productive, they're not being productive each and every day. But we must remember that the youth are like stars. They are like shining stars. They are like blossoming roses. These roses sprout up to become flowers that are very igniting and beautiful in the eyes of human beings. But nowadays it's very strange. The youth have been so absorbed in drug abuse. The youth have been so absorbed in evil vices, smoking cigarettes, and actually injecting themselves with drugs that are very harmful to their bodies. So hence, there's a need for us as human beings to motivate, to inspire the youth so that they can change, because there's no one who can change the youth except themselves. Allah Azza Jal says in the Holy Quran, بَعْدَ أَعُوذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Allah does not change the condition of a community unless that community changes itself. So you as an individual, you as youth, change yourself today in order to have a good future. Brothers in Islam and sisters in Islam and all non-Muslim viewers, let us be mindful that the Quran talks about the youth almost like 9 times in the Holy Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran in Surah Al-Kahf, بَعْدَ أَعُوذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ نحن نقص عليك نبأهم بالحق إنهم فتية آمنوا بربهم وزدناهم هدى. This ayah is actually explained to us that نحن نقص عليك, that we relate to you نبأهم بالحق, about the youth who were very truthful, about the youth who were frank to their Lord. إنهم فتية آمنوا, that إنهم, they were actually a youth that were believing in the monotheism of Allah, in the oneness of Allah. بربهم وزدناهم هدى, and they were worshipping their Lord and they were following the monotheism of Islam, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase them guidance in their lives. Nowadays, brothers in Islam, if we relate to the story of Surah Kahf, we see that this youth were productive youth. But how many youth are emulating the lifestyle of the children of the Ashab al-Kahf, the companions of the cave? How many youth are following that story? So if you follow the story, you will see that there's a great need for all the youth globally to embrace monotheism, at the same time to embrace reality. Without reality in life, there's nothing. It is important for the youth of today to always embrace Islam properly. Youth, whether in university or a Darulum or a secondary school, should always prepare themselves before any serious circumstance happens. Nowadays, we see that the lifestyle we're living nowadays, things are different. Sometimes you find the youth, they will be very lazy. Some of the youth, they don't try to work hard. They don't hustle hard. They don't pray hard. All they do, they're lazy. So it's important for you as a youth watching this episode today to make it a point that if you want to be productive in your life, make sure you prepare in advance. And always make sure that you get enough sleep. What is happening nowadays is that we have social media. Most of the youth are drowning in social media. At the end of the day, they're not sleeping nicely. They don't have enough sleeps in their lives. So at the end of the day, they're not productive. So sleep is actually a barakah, a ni'mah, a blessing from the Creator, a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ? Which of the favors of your Lord would you deny? Allah has given us barakah, has given us blessings, such like the blessing of sleep. So if the youth can appreciate and cherish the beauty of sleep, something can change in their lives. Nowadays, you'll find that there's the television. They spend time and sleep late watching movies. So as Muslims, let us look at what we gain from what we do with our free time. In our lives, if you've got free time, use it for being productive. So youth must be productive. They must not retrogress. They must not go behind, but they must go forward. So every time, if you want to be a productive youth, you must try by all means to wake up early. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم تتجافى جنوبهم عن المضاجع يدعون ربهم خوفا وطمعا ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. That they forsook their beds only to worship their Creator, to cry, Ya Allah, forgive my sins early in the morning. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them to spend in what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is blessed them with. So how many youth are waking up early in the morning to become productive? If you research, according to people that research on health, they say that if you wake up early in the morning, you can be very physically fit, you can be very strong, you can be very productive. It was important that the youth don't get used to wake up at 10 o'clock. Wake up for a Tahajjud Salah, wake up for a Fajr Salah, and everything you want to do, start early in the morning. Don't oversleep. And another aspect of being productive as youth is to remember Surah Al-Mu'minun. Surah Al-Mu'minun has got so many aspects, so many points that can change your life as a Muslim. It is said in Surah Al-Mu'minun, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قد أفلح المؤمنون, that they are successful, that those who are believers. So without putting God Almighty Allah first, you will never be successful in your life. All successful stories have got divinity, have got monotheism in them. الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. Those on whom during their prayers, during their salah, خَاشِعُونَ, they got this submissiveness. So you should submit to your Lord with khushu'. You should submit to your Lord with humbleness, with respect. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. Those on whom, during the time of laghu, this is a period wherein people talk vain things, people are engaging in vices, people are doing wrong, then you turn away. So, for example, someone is taking zol, that's the smoke. You see that this is laghu, stay away, run away from that person smoking zol. You see someone is doing wrong, is drinking alcohol, you are youth, you see that, run away. Laghu mu'ridun, they stay away from any laghu. They stay away from anything that turns them away from the monotheism of their Lord. So it is important to be productive today. Make sure, turn away from anything that disturbs you from worshipping Almighty Allah Azza Jal. Eat proper breakfast. If you want to be productive, make sure you eat properly. And remember also, if you want to be productive as a youth, make sure that you exercise your body. What is the gym that we have in this whole world? Free gym. That is the masjid. In the masjid gym, you don't pay even 1 single cent. In the masjid gym, you pray and you get barakah. At the same time, you should look at the aspects of the movement of the body. And spiritually, you gain. Physically, you gain. So to be a productive youth, make sure, get registered at the masjid gym, and it's free of charge. If you don't have a place to exercise, turn your home also into a gym. Exercise in the way you can. Jog, if you can't gym, you can jog every day. So you be productive youth. Ironically, we are looking at a world wherein so many youth are drowning in what is called obesity. We are not castigating or looking down upon people that are good fat in their bodies. But we're simply trying to say, if you are youth and you got too much fat in your body, exercise and keep your body healthy. Brothers and sisters in Islam, and all the youth that are looking right now, please, I urge you, try by all means to be productive today. It doesn't start tomorrow, but start today for you to change how you view yourself as a youth. Because tomorrow, you'll be a shining star as youth. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. We're taking a short break. Inshallah, we're coming back, drink a cappuccino, relax, and come back to listen to our motivational and inspirational words about being productive as youth.
هل سمعتم قصة تحكي مجدا بسماها أم رأيتم شعلة؟ هل سمعتم قصة تحكي مجدا بسماها أم رأيتم شعلة؟
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Brothers and sisters in Islam and all the youth that are listening and looking at the Sheikh show today is your topic, youth of today. Your topic, for you to change your life, these ingredients I am giving you free of charge. You're not paying anything. What we want here is for you to become future leaders, to become rocket scientists, presidents, ministers, as how our Nabi Muhammad was a statesman. So to groom yourself when the mind is still fresh, that's when you can even memorize Quran. When you're young, that's when you can become productive. So another point of being productive is by using our time properly. Time is money. Time is money. So without time, we go nowhere. So use your time wisely. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَالْعَسْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. By the token of time, man is at loss. So do not be from the people that are losers. Do not be from the people that fail in life, but be from the people that are successful in life. So in order to gain success in your life is by you following the monotheism of Islam. Is by you harnessing the spirit of success in your life. How do you harness it? Is by you following also this following hadith. It says, An Ibn Abbas, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, اغتنموا خمسة قبل خمس. That take advantage of 5 before 5. شبابك قبل هرمك. Your youth before you become old. So you are at a youth stage. This is the age wherein you can do anything. You can groom yourself. You see, many of the successful people in the world, they started in their youth stage. وَصِحَّتَكَ قَبْلَ سَقَمِكَ. And your health before you become sick. So if you're youth right now, take care of your health. وَغِنَاكَ قَبْلَ فَقْرِكَ. So if you're youth, understand this hadith says, وَغِنَاكَ قَبْلَ فَقْرِكَ. If Allah has given you wealth, take advantage of that wealth before you become what? Poor. وَفَرَاغَ قَبْلَ شُغْلِكَ وَفَرَاغَكَ قَبْلَ شُغْلِكَ. And a free time before you become busy. So many of the youth have got a lot of free time. Don't spend it on WhatsApp. Don't spend it on Facebook. Spend it on things that are productive as a youth. وَحَيَاتَكَ قَبْلَ مَوْتِكَ. And your life before you die. I went to a place called Potchefstroom here in South Africa. There's one boy who started to memorize Quran at the age of about 6 years old. Now, 12 years old is already half his Quran. So he has memorized the entire Quran. Just imagine. So if he tried to memorize it when he was about 18 years old, the time when you're 18 years old, you should remember that you're an adult. You know so many things above the age of puberty. So the brain metabolism lowers down. So that means it's not easy to imbibe or to memorize things very quickly. But when you're 6 years old, 7 years old, 9 years, it's quick for you to memorize so much of Quran. So it takes a lot of brilliancy that over the age of 20 you can memorize the Quran very quickly. But you can memorize the Quran very quick when you are still in a very youthful stage. Now another point is identify the most important task. Attend to your priorities. What are your priorities? Attend to them. If you have a duty to do it today. Don't wait for tomorrow to be a productive youth. Do whatever you want to do today. Don't say, Inshallah, tomorrow I'll start to wake up for tahajjud. Inshallah, tomorrow I'll start to do internship. Inshallah, tomorrow I'll start to read my books for the PhD. Inshallah, tomorrow I'll start to exercise my body. No, start today to do everything today. Don't always waste time and keep things for tomorrow. How do you know that tomorrow is going to come? Only Allah knows ماذا تكسب غدا. Only Allah knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Surround yourself with productive people. Nowadays, what is happening? Many youth, what do? They surround themselves with ganja smokers, marijuana smokers, cannabis smokers, drug addicts. That's the connection that they like. And those people that are too much into social media, those are their best friends. You know, if you tell youth now, surround yourself with pious people, say, no, pious people, no, they're too downtrodden. No, they're not too, you know, they're not in the move. They're not moving with the trends. They're not moving with the trends. So these trends are only modern, and some of them are doomed. So if you're on the youth stage, surround yourself with motivated people and inspirational people. So then you'll be productive. And at the same time, evaluate yourself. What do you mean by self-evaluation? Look at yourself and say, I want my name in future to be a brand name. Maybe your name is Muhammad. Maybe your name is Muhsin. Maybe your name is Sbusiso. You know, we got some Zulu Xhosa names. Sbusiso. I think which means Baraka in Arabic. So maybe your name is any name you got. You want your name to be brand. What do? You start to brand it when you're young. When you're youth, you start to brand it. Now, if you're going to try to brand yourself when you're old and you've been all along, you've been selling drugs, they will say, no, that boy who was selling drugs from the youth stage is still selling drugs till now. That boy who didn't used to bath his body from the youth stage is still not bathing his body. That boy who is not to read his books and he was not so good in class is still same thing. So you brand yourself when you're still in the youth stage. That's how you brand your name. At the end of the day, when you become mature, we start to hear that, no, he started when he was young to be a scientist. You remember that boy from America, a scientist who had a problem with authorities there. He started when he was young to experiment, to do things, you know. This is how you do it. Even like, you know how soccer is. I also play soccer. I used to practice a lot of skills when I was youth. Till now, as an adult, I still know how to do those soccer skills. Example, reading Quran. I didn't know how to read Quran, but when I was young, I practiced a lot when I was young. Till now, I'm benefiting from the Quran. Even my English too, I practice how to speak English. I practice my books, my science, my mathematics, everything I practiced when I was young. As an adult, I'm benefiting now. But how many people are taking that tip of saying, start young, start young. Everything, all the roots are at home. That the roots are at home. Why do they say the roots are at home? That means everything starts at a youth stage. You are still young. This is when your body, your metabolism, you're growing, your metabolism is still fresh. You can still make it in life. So make sure that while the Creator has given you a healthy body, this is when you should use it utmost to be successful in life. Start today, as I said, not tomorrow. Be a productive youth, and whatever you do, as I said, I repeat, value your time. That, okay, I'm in youth stage. I'm not serious about life. Now I'm going to start by stealing. Now, people are going to know you that boy who was in a juvenile prison. Where I'm staying in Coxer Town, there's a juvenile prison. Juvenile prison is a prison for youngsters. There's so many youth that are there. How do you feel when you're about 50 years old? Saying that, you remember that time when you're in jail? When you're juvenile, when you're young. It's because of yourself, you did not use the time properly. By the token of time, man is at loss. They say from the age of 14 to the age of 18, so many youth in this age are affected by HIV/AIDS. In so many countries, we hear about this. Why? Because at that stage, they start to experiment with drugs, wunga, nyaope, cannabis, mandrax, cannabis, and all these type of drugs. At the end, they have problems. And sexually, they start also to experiment sexually, which is haram, which is not allowed in Islam. Because it said, La taqrabu zina, don't be close to zina. So at the end of the day, many youth, they say that they're infected by this HIV/AIDS virus. So it is important that at a youth stage, take care of yourself. It's good for your future, so that you be productive. So part of being productive is start by learning how to even sell sweets. Go somewhere, sell some sweets. So I hear of stories that I asked my friend, how did this brother become a top businessman? He said, no, he started selling sweets at school. In class, he used to sell sweets, and then he graduated, and then after graduation, he got a small business. Now he's got franchises all over the world. He's a businessman. I hear of so many successful stories of youth who started from zero to hero. They started from the bottom, now they're on top. So to be on top, it doesn't happen just like that. To be on top, it happens by you harnessing the fact that I'm still young, I can do it. Brothers in Islam and sisters in Islam, and all non-Muslim viewers, even if you're Christian, you're watching this. How many youth these days are we hearing that they're suffering in prisons? Why? Because in the juvenile prison, they want to reform you. But how can you wait for prison to be reformed? It is time for you to reform yourself. You want to be being productive. Start from today. Don't start tomorrow to say, I want to be productive. It start today, not tomorrow. So the point is, for you to be productive, for you to be successful, start today to sacrifice in your goals. The life is too short in this world. كل نفس ذائقة الموت. Every human being on earth is going to taste death. The short time that we live on earth will never be forever. The short time that we live on earth, utilize it as a youth to change your life. We are hearing of death rates very high among the youth stage. Does not mean that you die when you're old. You can die even that youth stage. So before you die, value your time. Value whatever you have right now and cultivate yourself as youth and be productive. There's no one who has gone straight to PhD. There's no one who has gone straight to undergraduate. There's no one who has started from top. All of us, we start from kindergarten. We start from creche. We go to primary. We go to secondary. Everything goes with stages. So the stage that you are in as a youth is a critical stage. It's a stage for you to change. It's a stage where you can gain or lose. So in order to gain, you have to understand that start today to be productive. Inna Allaha la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Change yourself today as youth. Don't wait for tomorrow. Surround yourself with people that are productive. Don't surround yourself with friends that are negative. If you have friends that are negative, today is your day. Delete them. Make sure you delete all negative friends. It's good for you. Life is too short to delay. Because the more you delay, the more you lose out. Today, go to the prayer hall, to the masajid, to the mosque, and make sure that get friends that will help you to be productive. You are a star. You are a diamond. You are gold, even if you're youth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you ahsan taqweem, in the best of all forms. Cherish being a beautiful creation of Allah and change yourself as a youth. Start to be productive today. Start to be a better human being today. Life is too short to procrastinate. Life is too short to be lazy. Start getting up and show that you're preparing to be a man. Start to get up and prepare that you want to be a good mother in future, that you want to be a good father in future. It all starts today. As a youth, be productive. Be productive as the youth. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all the youth around the world to be productive. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all the youth around the world to stop doing drugs, to stop smoking zol, stop drinking alcohol. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all the youth to the straight path, to the sirat mustaqim each and every day. Wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
هل سمعتم قصة تحكي مجدا بسماها أم رأيتم شعلة شق في الأفق ضياها؟ هل سمعتم قصة تحكي مجدا بسماها أم رأيتم شعلة شق في الأفق ضياها؟ هم نجوم سطروا أحلى المعاني وبروج شيدوا الهمة فاني.